let me tell you a story. Are ready? Ready for story time? Get your popcorn? Okay, so today I was getting some yard work done and it was a lovely day out. It was cooling down, so I was outside with the dogs in the backyard getting some yard work done. And I was like washing the porch. I was using this I was using the hose, you know, it has like those different handles and it has all these fun different types of spraying. Anyway, the dogs were really excited and they were playing with it. And so I was messing around with them in the backyard, and then I told Mo to come join us because it was really cute. And so Mo came outside, we were all hanging out, having fun. The dogs were being adorable. Kaya looked like a little seal. she was losing her mind trying to like eat the hose. Every time I would spray water, she would like smack her teeth into the hose. She went feral for the water. It was really cute. She's a water dog for sure. She was soaked, covered in water. I was covered in water. Benji was covered in water. Mo was mostly dry. So anyway, we're having a blast, having a good time, all four of us. And then Mo was like, okay, I should probably go get some more work done. So Mo goes inside. And I'm like out in the backyard for a bit, doing some stuff with the dogs, putting everything away. And then I was like, okay, all right, let's go inside, guys. It's been a while. And then I tried the door and I realized it's locked. And I was like, oh, weird. Okay, let me try the other door. Other door is locked. I'm like, okay, let me just grab my phone. I'll call Mo. It looks like he accidentally locked me outside, but no big deal. I'll just get my phone. Then I realized I forgot my phone inside because I didn't want to get it wet, so I didn't have my phone. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll just go ring the doorbell. Surely he will hear if I ring the doorbell, right? Surely, I mean, he locked me outside after all. Surely he has some awareness that I'm outside and I may need something and I should ring the doorbell. Sounds like okay. By the way, I'm like soaked from head to toe at this point. I'm like sweaty. I was doing yard work covered in like lawn clippings and water. And anyway, so I go, I ring the doorbell and no answer. I was like, okay, this is fine. No big deal. And because I am a good adult, all the windows and doors and everything are like sealed. I can't like break into my own house. I don't keep a key outside my door. There was no way in. So I was like, okay. Hey, honey. Hi, thank you. Hey. Kaya, what are you doing? What are you doing? This little miss was soaked. Okay, so anyway, back, down. So anyway, I'm like, okay, well, let me just ring it like 15 times. Surely this man who is upstairs will hear me if I ring the doorbell. Ding, 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 ding. Constantly. I wait. Nothing. I knock on the door. I knock on the window. I ring the doorbell more. Nothing. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll just wait a bit. Maybe he'll come downstairs and check on me or something. So then I go to sit down and remember that all the chairs are soaking wet, but I'm like, okay, well, who cares, whatever. Sit in this soaking wet chair for a bit, relax outside with the soaking wet dogs who want to go inside and dry off. The sun is starting to set. It's cooling down outside. There's bugs. I'm like, man, I'd really like to go inside. You know? That'd be great to go inside. Alright. It's been about 30 minutes at this point. I'm gonna go try the doorbell again. So I go to the front door. I'm gonna try the doorbell again. Nothing. And at this point, I probably look like I've been kicked out of the house or something because I'm like frantically pacing in front of the house, like knocking on the window, peeking in the window, ringing the doorbell, pacing around. At this point, I probably look like I've been kicked out of the house or something. And I'm like, oh my god, what do I do? And I know Mo's schedule. I know that he was sitting upstairs with his headphones on, writing his novel, blasting his ambient music, Kaya down, blasting his music, and tuning out the world, writing his next big hit. And he can't hear a damn thing. And I knew it. And I was like, okay, I don't have a phone. He's not answering. What do I do? And so I'm sitting there on the front porch. I'm like, okay, I guess I have to pull somebody aside and like ask them to borrow their phone, even though my house is right here. I don't have a phone. My husband's not answering the door. My dogs are in the backyard soaking wet crying. I'm soaked from head to toe. And so I'm like mustering up the courage to bug some stranger. And then this woman walks by and I'm like, but she doesn't look at me, so I just let her walk past. And then a few minutes later, this other woman walks by, and at this point it's been like 45 minutes. And this other woman walks past, or jogs past, just like working out. And I like look at her. She glances my way, and I'm like, excuse me. And she's like, takes out her headphones, she's like, yeah? I'm like, do you happen to have a phone I can borrow? I got locked outside my house. And she's like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, sure, no problem. She's very sweet. And I was like, I'm so sorry. My husband accidentally locked me outside. He's inside right now, but I don't have my phone. And she's like, what? And he can't hear you? He's not answering the doorbell? I was like, he's wearing noise-canceling headphones. And the girl starts laughing along with me. And she's like, okay, sure. So I'm like, okay. Thankfully, I know his number. So I call him. And he does not answer his phone. He doesn't answer. I'm on the phone and it goes to voicemail, and I know if he's not answering, he's not gonna listen to voicemail. He's locked in writing this novel. He's locked in. He thought it was spam. And I knew this. I anticipated this. The girl was like, he didn't answer? I'm like, no, he did not. Do you mind if I sent him a text? Would that be okay? And she's like, yeah, that's no problem. That's all right. I'm like, I'm pretty sure he'll see the text. And so I text him from this random number. I'm like, Momo, it's Mandy. You locked me outside. Can you please let me in? And so I text him, and the girl's like, okay, what now? And I was like, you can go, it's okay. And she's like, but what if he doesn't answer? I was like, it's okay, I'll just flag someone else down if he doesn't. No big deal, because I didn't want to take up so much time with this girl's, you know, she's going about her day. So I was like, it's okay. I have faith that he's gonna check his text and come down, so don't worry. She's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, thank you so much. So she goes on her way, and I'm like, please God, please God, let this man check his phone, please God. Because a lot of times Mo doesn't read my texts because he's locked in writing a novel. And so I was like, please God, please. No doorbell, no phone, no answering the phone, spamming doorbell, rapping on the window, nothing. Praying to God that this man sees a text. So I'm standing there, peeking in my windows, hoping, and then finally, I see him walk, and I see him open the door. And the look of shame on his face when he opened the door, he's like, I'm so sorry. I was like, you locked me out, bro. It's been 45 minutes. He's like, I'm so ashamed. I'm so sorry. I was like, dude, why did you do that? I was like, you owe me big, dude. What? Yeah. So he finally let me in. And then I was like, okay, well, he's like, I'm so sorry. I feel so bad. I'm really sorry. I can't believe I did that. He's like so full of guilt. Obviously, it's Mo. And I was like, it's okay. I'm sure, like, you learned your lesson. I'm sure you're never gonna do it again. He's like, well, that's the funny thing. I probably will. And I'm like, excuse me? What do you mean? I'm like, what does that mean? What do you mean you will? He's like, well, it's on instinct. He's like, on instinct, I didn't even know I locked the door. I just went upstairs. It was involuntary and unconscious, he claims. And he's like, I'm scared it will probably happen again. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna leave this one to you. You go figure it out. But whether it's not locking the door while I'm outside with no phone, or maybe not having your noise canceling headphones so loud you can't even hear the doorbell being spammed for 30 minutes. Come on, man. Something. He's like, yeah, okay, I'll figure it out. He's like, I'll really try to not let that happen again.